What up? What up? Hey, we back. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, V Nice. I got my guest in the building. You know, we gonna introduce him. You know what I'm saying?
Do that.
Get it together, bro.
Get it together.
We here. Vern, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great in the place, man. How about you?
Man, I'm good, bro. I can't complain at all. Mysta Bee.
Let's go, baby.
Mysta Bee.
Shout out. Let's go. Holler at your boy.
Hey, man, we got, man, this is my brother. This is, when I say special guest, you a special guest, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. We had some special guests before. This is a special guest, man.
Appreciate that.
We are so thankful for you joining us, man, for you coming to share your story, man, and let people know about what's going on with you, man. How you feeling, man? Well, welcome to Get It Together, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to Get It Together. How you feeling, bro? What's up?
First of all, first of all, anytime I'm in your presence, real talk, and I don't do absolutes, but I mean anytime, I feel blessed. Watching you and what you've done and what you've accomplished and how God is using you is empowering, it's enlightening, and I love to see it.
Man.
So thank you.
Man.
Because I didn't see you struggle.
Oh, you done listen, hold on. He done helped me through the struggle.
Real talk.
Let's listen. I ain't pulling no punches. This brother helped us through the struggle.
Dig that.
So you not only seen it, you've helped me get through some struggles, bro.
I appreciate that. Well, man, you're worthy. By far. It was a blessing then. That's a blessing to watch you now.
Yeah.
God is able.
Now listen. I'll cry. I'll cry on this show.
Dig that.
Right now. I'll let these things go.
Real tears.
Real. Those are manly tears.
Right.
I'll let them go.
Oh, yeah.
Let me turn on my do not disturb because I don't want nobody saying nothing to me right now. This one's special. You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, like you said, we've been knowing each other for a really long time, bro.
Yes.
I want to know, just tell the people a little bit about you. So, like, where you grow up, man. Who are you, bro? Who are you, man? Where you grow up at?
So I grew up in a small village in New Miami, which is outside of Hamilton.
Okay.
Single parent household. Right?
Okay.
And at a very early age, I found out that I could draw. I'm talking about 3, 4, 5. When I was 8, I started winning competitions.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was very obvious. And that's what happens, right? So I teach my kids now that God's giving everybody something.
For sure.
And oftentimes, if you're an artist, it will reveal itself early because either you can sing, you can draw, you can dance, athletes. I says, but there's so many other talents that go unnoticed because we don't give them that kind of energy. I said, but if you want to know what God gave you, ask somebody that loves you. Ask somebody who spends time with you.
Right.
Ask somebody who has poured into you and they can recognize this is what you do well.
They see some things in you that you might not see.
They can see because you do it so naturally,
right,
that you don't even think it's a gift. You just always, I just always did that.
And that's, and I don't want to cut you off, but this is noticing those gifts.
Yeah.
We miss out on businesses.
We do.
Like the thing that you do naturally, the thing that you do well,
yes,
you better go get a name,
yes,
and turn that bad boy into an LLC.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely.
You already love doing it. You already gonna do it, whether you get paid or not.
Yes.
Right.
When people come up to me, I want to start a business. I'm like, what is your why?
Yeah.
What is your why? Why do you want to start? Oh, it's the bag. I want to. You bet not. You bet not just jump into a business because you think the bag is there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know how long it might take for you to start seeing some money. You better do it because you loved it. You better jump into something you love doing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, I tell my people all the time, when I stopped chasing money and I started chasing purpose, then money started chasing me.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
Absolutely. Come on.
When I stopped chasing money,
and
I started chasing purpose, then money started chasing me.
That's good, man.
And that's what God's got for me.
Golly.
That's what God's got for all of us.
So you grew. You say where city?
New Miami.
New Miami.
It's so small. It's a village. It's a village. Literally, it still is.
So when'd you move to Cincinnati? Why the trip?
Actually, I don't live in Cincinnati. I live on the outside.
Okay.
I'm just here. I fell in love with Cincinnati years ago.
Okay.
The population, the people. So I'm here like every day.
Got you.
So
Got you.
I started working at Children's Hospital like 13 years ago.
Okay.
But back to me growing up, right?
Yeah.
So living in Miami, my mom, single parent household, worked at General Motors.
Okay.
And they closed down the plant in Fairfield, Fisher Body. So then we moved to Mansfield, Ohio, which is in between Cleveland and Columbus.
Okay.
So I spent 7th grade to 12th grade in Mansfield, came back here when I graduated, started working at Ford Motor Company.
Okay.
So at a very young age, I was making some extremely good money.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 20 when I bought my first house.
Wow.
Right. So I can't even drink. And I own a home.
Right.
It'd be funny because people come by, they would say, "Where your parents at?" That's like, I own this house. And there was like, there's no house there, but you don't. Yeah. So,
No, man.
Right,
Listen.
right.
When your parents said, I don't know, you ask them.
Right,
You
exactly.
call them. You want their number?
Man,
Because this my crib.
Right.
So I was doing very, very well at a young age. High school diploma, that was it. I was and towards the end, I was doing 6 figures consistently. And one day I was like, man, you used to like to draw. He was winning competitions. When he was in high school, he was one of the best ones in your class. Mm-hmm. And you had scholarships to go to school.
For drawing.
So God was like, I'm gonna need you to quit this job. And I was like, well, wait a minute, guy. I got like some good benefits and I'm making money. I have no financial problems
At all.
None. Never had any. So God said, well, that's cool. You're going to quit anyway.
It's like, wait, God, let's talk this out.
Hold up.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute,
hold on.
God.
I mean, you sure you want me to go to Nineveh? You sure?
Man, listen.
Are you sure you want me to go to Nineveh? Because I don't know.
Because I want to go to Tarshish.
Real talk.
I want to go the other way.
Real talk. So I quit. And I would say that the vast majority of
Hold on. So how old was you when you quit? Because you started there when?
I was 8 when I was 18. I was 18.
And you left when you was how old?
I was 32. 14 years.
Okay.
14 years.
Yeah.
14 years. And
A few more and you could have retired. You could have been
at 48, I would have been eligible for full retirement at 48.
Man.
Check for never going to work for the rest of my life at 48. Eligible for retirement.
God, you owe me. God, you owe me your life. Okay.
What? I already did that.
Did that.
Okay. And
So my thing was, I did not want to get to heaven because that's where I'm going. And if God asked me, why in the world did you sit on the talents that I gave you for all those years? And you knew about them. You sat on them. So
Let me ask you this. Do you think you could have done both simultaneously, like been obedient plus? Do you think it was the fact that I didn't do it at all?
No.
Now it's like, nah, you get on out of here.
This is why. This is why.
Okay.
Because
Like, let me do both. Let me get the best of both worlds.
I tried. And Ford was such a strong safety net that something had to work out for you. So you would try something, it ain't working out. I just go work me some overtime.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
You
sir.
tried for a couple months. You know what? And let's go to work. Because it was easy to go to work and get a good check.
Absolutely.
Entrepreneurship is difficult.
The hardest thing, one of the hardest
it is
things.
not, and here's the thing, it ain't for everybody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not for the weak, it's not for the faint of heart at all. Because it's like how you said, when you have a strong safety net
Yes.
and you secure, that does something to your mindset. So when you are already trying to not come out of the mud, but you're coming from the throne or from the palace,
Yes.
and God is telling you to say, hey, I need for you to seemingly step back.
I need to do what I did.
Yeah, and let's go to the dirt. Let's go from the throne. Let's go and get in the mud.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a crazy mentality to have to be an entrepreneur.
It is, bro.
Man.
It is.
And with me, if I don't remove this net, I will never maximize my purpose and my
Exactly.
gift.
You're right.
So I needed to remove the net and walk in purpose solely. And if I didn't do that, I was not going to be able to give God everything.
Yeah.
Because the net was too, and I mean,
it was you a baby in a mother's belly.
Yeah, it was
secure.
It was secure. Like, Ford was good to me. Ford still is good to me, so I get a check when I'm 65. So Ford is still good to me. Hello. Hold on. Hello.
Come on. Up top and you don't stop.
Right.
Ford is still good to me. I mean, you know, so I left, and here's when I left. For the ambiguity of this, how is God going to use my talents and gifts? And I had no idea. All I knew is if there was something in me that God had to bring out of me. So I quit.
God.
And I started going back to school. I said, well, let me go back to school.
Okay.
Let me get education. Yeah. Let me sharpen what God has given me.
Yeah.
So first it was art school. Miami University.
Okay.
Loving it, right? So I was at a visit at the art museum. Jimmy Bolden, I never forget this conversation. This was years ago, and I only met him for like 5 minutes. He doesn't even remember. He was painting. Jimmy is one of Cincinnati's art gurus, by the way. And that day, my class just happened to be there when he was there doing his thing. So I'm older brother, so I'm saying, let me go talk to this cat and chop it up with him.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, hey man, you know, I'm loving what you're doing. So this is what I'm saying. I'm going to be an artist too.
Huh.
You know.
Huh.
Right. and he says to me, that sounds good, young brother. Then he says, how you plan on making money? I was like,
oh, I forgot.
I'm going to be art. I'm going
to do the art thing.
And he said, I heard you the first time.
Yeah.
How you plan on making money?
That sounds cute.
I says, well, what do you mean? He says, okay, this field is saturated. There is no lack of artists at all in the United States. He says, so if your art's not selling, how you plan on paying your bills? Because that happens to all of us. He said, now, I'm not telling you to do something else.
Right.
I'm not telling you to be somebody's accountant or go somewhere and work at somebody's car dealership. He says, what else do you do that can coincide with your art?
Yeah.
That can bring you in revenue?
Yeah, you need some more streams, brother.
Where's your other streams coming from?
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So I was like, okay. And at that point, I knew, and you know this about me, I love working with youth.
Yep.
I love kids. I love
absolutely.
Youth. I love, and I've been doing that for free for 20-something years.
See?
So I said, okay. And this was crazy. I didn't even know that there was this kind of revenue stream for doing what I did for free.
For free.
Mm-hmm.
That I could be getting paid to do it. So I listened to Jimmy, and I immediately registered after I got my bachelor's degree to get a master's in social work. So I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to combine arts, my love for youth and community. I'm going to start my own company.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So right after I graduated, I got a job at Children's Hospital.
Okay.
In psychiatry as a behavioral specialist.
Okay.
So I did that for a while, and I loved it. And I used art right away. So and I still work for Children's as well.
Okay.
That was where I got a lot of training as it pertains to just being aware of what kids need when they are psychologically damaged and traumatized. Even more, I would say, than my social work degree. Because at Children's Hospital in psychiatry, it's real-time stuff. You live in it. You're walking in it.
Yeah.
And you're doing it. You executing it. So I was like, okay. So I'm working there. And God was okay, it's time. So I started my own company.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I haven't looked back since then.
Golly. The fulfillment you got to have, man, when you work with these kids, man, and you see the smiles on their faces.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you're able to make an impact in these kids' lives, man, it's like, it's for me, man, it's no better feeling. I go into the schools as a life coach, man, and I'm talking to these kids about you know, keeping good company, watching the people you surround yourself with, you know, I'm hashing out fights and, you know what I mean? Just being an example of what, you know what I'm saying? The possibilities of success look like, just being that representation. And that's what we don't see enough in our community is representation, is people really giving back. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not just gatekeeping, bro. Like, that's what drives me crazy. It's like, man, we got so many entrepreneurs in our city. We got so many people who's doing well, who don't pour back, man, who don't set up a class to say, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all I'm gonna show y'all how to do this. It's like,
give y'all the game.
I'm gonna give y'all the game. And it's like, instead of complaining about what we don't see, we gotta become that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's important, man. You're doing such a amazing job, man, of using your gifts and your talents to say, look, this is what we could be doing. This is how we give back. This is what being a representative of not only the kingdom, right, but of a black successful man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be in the street. You don't have to, man, use these gifts and talents, bro. We using everything else to get ahead, and we burying what God already gave us.
Yes. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, man, that's super dope, man.
Yeah.
And I heard, and I've seen, and I've tasted for myself. Bro, you cook too, bro.
Oh, yeah. Pots and pans. Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Oh, it goes down.
Bro.
It goes down. Oh, yeah. Pots and pans.
Wow.
Listen,
Okay.
We've been talking about getting together for a minute. Our schedule's been crazy.
Right.
When I tell you, Chef B.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, what got you, when you first like get a love for cooking? How old was you then? What led you to it? Did you see a TV show? It was like, whatever. What happened?
Everybody in my family can cook.
Okay,
Everybody. My grandfather, I watched him cook more than my grandmother.
Okay. Shout out grandpops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Alabama old school brother. He up there got coon on the grill. He up there making gumbos and all the type of stuff. So I paid attention. I watched my nana, my aunties. Everybody can throw down. So I paid attention. And when I've been cooking, man, I can remember.
Yeah, what was your first joint, your first meal? How old was you?
I was probably in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
What the heck did you cook besides a hot dog? I ain't no way.
Boil some rice.
I'm cooking but a sandwich. I cooked a sandwich.
We was making burgers. We was scrambling eggs.
Okay.
Talking about elementary school. We was cooking for ourselves.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We started young and was making food for ourselves.
Those are the skills that we need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To let our young people.
What was it, economics?
No.
School, home ec?
Remember, listen, home ec didn't hit.
Class.
Home ec didn't hit until high school for a lot of folk. You know what I'm saying? So to say you in the 3rd grade, you only but like 8 or 9.
I was in elementary school. I'm talking about burgers, making hamburgers, making omelets, making.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to throw down at a young age.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
Oh, jambalaya. I put my foot in it.
Jambalaya.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous.
Now, is this certain types of jambalaya, like shrimp or like, I don't like, help me understand, like, what's in that joint?
I put everything at the grocery store.
What ain't in it?
Mine's got chicken.
Okay.
Shrimp.
Okay.
Andouille sausage, post kielbasa.
You talking
beef
good.
sausage, turkey sausage.
I ain't heard some of this stuff, bro. I don't even know what haskabaya
absolutely
is. I don't even know.
It is loaded. It is loaded.
Loaded with every bite.
And it's better the next day.
Of course.
After it sits.
Yeah.
After it sits and settles.
Almost any pasta or
right.
It's
good.
Pretty much.
It's good.
You gotta let it marinate. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like that should be a rule, especially like for a big meal.
Absolutely.
Cook the day before, if not 2 days, because then it can sit and marinate, cool down, and when you heat it back up.
Oh yeah.
Joint be banging.
Oh yeah. Listen.
Yeah, I make a mean jambalaya. Miss mean. It's dangerous.
Man, is it a felony? Felony dangerous?
Some people they will probably fly back to New Orleans and smack somebody
and be
this ain't no
right. This ain't New Orleans. I had New Orleans back in Ohio,
Cincinnati.
I had New Orleans back in
Ohio. You're like, wait, what?
Right.
Real talk.
Have you ever cooked something and it ain't turned out right? What you cooking? He was like,
course.
oh, no, this ain't it.
I made things before when I'm experimenting.
Okay.
And be like, if it's like a meat or something, I say, okay, let me just wash this out.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And just wash off the sauce.
Okay.
And start.
Try again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, if you ain't cooking, you ain't like that. You ain't cooking enough.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
And I like to experiment. I like to try different sauces.
Okay.
I like to try different pastas, things I'm seeing on TV. All right, let me try that.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I
So
did
let me
something
ask-
wrong.
Do you happen to have like your favorite shows that you watch on television? Because you say you see it on TV. So were you like the one that grew up watching those cooking shows and stuff?
No, you boys love to watch the Cajun Chef.
Okay.
So I'm telling my age on that. Even though I'm 29.
For sure.
So
For sure.
Yeah. He be like, I guarantee.
I guarantee.
See, I'm an anime fanboy.
Okay.
So I'm an old school cartoon loving,
Okay.
anime watching, but I'm an artist too.
Okay.
So I love the artwork.
Yeah.
But I go back to Saturday morning cartoons. You know what? Somebody asked me, and it dawned on me recently, because I've been watching cartoons my whole life.
Okay. We gonna get to your favorite cartoon, but go ahead.
Somebody says, why do you like watching cartoons so much? And I had to think about it. I said, man, I don't even know. So I thought about it, and I said, when did that start? Well, started when I was younger.
Yep. Yeah.
And me and my brother, who's a year older than me,
Okay.
used to fight like we was not related.
Oh God.
A lot.
Yeah.
We fought a lot. Like the whole
Way up.
way up. We never fought on Saturday morning.
Peace.
Like Saturday morning need to
Treaty
be
day.
every day.
Saturday morning.
Treaty day.
Saturday morning was Saturday morning cartoons. Never fought. Not once. Because we both was in the cartoon.
That's crazy.
So subconsciously, there was this piece that I got from watching cartoons. Because it was one of the one times that me and my brother never fought.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I had to think about that. Say, man, you know what? And because right now cartoons gives me a lot of peace. Because when I was younger, it gave me peace.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right.
That's wild, bro.
And I didn't think about that until somebody asked me and made me think about it.
But you know what's crazy, bro? Is there's so many things that's attached to us, like whether trauma or not.
Absolutely.
And the reason why we do stuff. And this is why I have a hard time when somebody do something and they say, I don't know. Like you're physically doing something and you have no idea why you're doing. You need to figure that out, because people who do stuff and don't know why they doing it, that's crazy to me.
That's dangerous.
That's a crazy. I don't want to be around people who do stuff and have no idea why they do it.
Like, why are you doing that, bro?
That don't sound right. That don't rest right with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I need you to think about that thing and figure it out, because it's a reason. It is a reason. That's really good, man.
Did that.
So outside of painting, outside of cooking, you like you said, we met doing an event at a church. Where was it? We was in Dayton.
It was in Dayton.
In Dayton, this little hole in the wall
church.
4 people. Me and you was 2 out of 4.
Right.
A couple people who I brought with me. You brought
my team.
Your team.
Was
it KOP then?
KOP then. Kingdom of Priests.
Kingdom of freaking Priests, bro. I remember the hats, everything.
Oh yeah, KOP, baby. KOP.
Man, so where did poetry start for you? How old was you when you started writing poetry and really going out?
I wrote when I was younger, then stopped. And then when I rededicated my life to Christ, it was something that I saw the young people doing to express their feelings. I said, man, I write poetry too. So we kind of just started this group. And we started writing to drain off emotions. We started writing as a means of praise and worship. We started writing to connect with each other. And that led to us traveling all throughout the city. That let us, hooking up. That the poetry connected us on a whole nother level. And it was like that for years. For years, I remember this group of young men and women. Yeah. And we exercised the gift that God gave us that brought us closer together as a family and as a body of Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you remember getting like your first invitation when somebody called you and was like,
Yeah.
can you come
Absolutely.
to our church? Can you come to our event?
Oh, yeah.
What was that like, bro? Cause was you seeking to do that, or you was just doing it and just was enjoying it, and all of a sudden you getting calls?
Just enjoying it. And then people say, hey, can you bring your team to my church for this event?
Yeah.
For that event. And we did it. And we did it often. We did it often. Did you ever probably got compensated? Right.
But what was it like that first time somebody was like, we want to bless you with, like, what did that do? You was like, oh shoot, call me.
I was like, we about to eat some pizza tonight, y'all.
we about to eat. What was that?
I mean, this was me. Let me tell you something about my family.
Yeah.
Is I was raised on how to serve.
Man.
So you don't do things because you get paid to do them.
Come on.
You do things because you're supposed to. You know, right now, mine has a food pantry. My cousin has nonprofit. My mom volunteers all the time for both of them.
Yeah.
I was raised to serve, and you better not ask to get paid.
Right.
You said, because this is what God's got for you.
Man, you've been a servant.
Yeah.
Since the day I met you.
Real talk.
Like, you will give. Listen, this guy will give the shirt off his back, the shoes off his feet, and is, you know what? It's different when you give grudgingly,
right?
Begrudgingly, right? Is it begrudgingly or just
begrudgingly?
Yeah, when you don't really want to do it,
right? Or you give with expectation,
with an expectation,
right?
Right. I've never known him to be that way. Like, he gives and almost wanting somebody to ask him for help. You know what I mean? Like, with the heart to say, I enjoy helping. If he got it,
right.
If he got it,
right.
You got it.
Absolutely.
Always, that's at the top of my list of who you are. If somebody say, who is now, I know you as Lavelle.
Right.
Right.
Which is my name too.
Right. But everybody call you Mysta Bee.
Mysta Bee.
Right now, right? We got the B on the hat. You know, that's his thing, Mysta Bee, right?
Yeah. But
ever since I know you, this is who you've been. I met a pastor out in California, and he got this phrase, and he says, I make my living from my giving.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Bro, when I tell you I took that
hit hard.
As if I made it.
Yeah.
And ran with that.
Right.
Cause I'm like, this is, man, I don't know where everybody at with the Bible, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a believer. Yeah. And when I read John 3:16, and it said, for God so loved the world that he gave. Yeah. And it's like, if you want to really know if somebody has a relationship with God, right, man, there's two things you're gonna see from them. You're gonna see them loving people, and giving. Absolutely. And you exemplify that, bro. You exude a lover and a giver, and has never changed since the day I met you, man. Appreciate like you've always been that way. So before we go on. Yeah. Your favorite cartoon. I wanted to know that, man. What's the fact? Cause I grew up on cartoons too. I stayed over at my grandmother's house Monday through Friday. Cause I went to North Avondale. Yeah. And me and where my mom lived, we wasn't in a school district that they wanted me to go to. So my grandparents stayed in Avondale. Yeah. And the school, I walked to school. It was at a young age. It was that close. It was one street over. Right. So every Saturday morning I'm up. Yeah. Before I go back over mom house to my parents, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm watching Tom and Jerry. Oh yeah. You know, I'm watching Scooby Doo. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what's your favorite all time?
All time?
Oh, it's all time.
Oh yeah, because there's so many.
Something you can watch all the time.
I would say probably Transformers.
Oh,
probably.
That's a deep cut.
Because Transformers, man.
We're talking about the 80s. We're talking about the 80s to clarify.
Yeah. Talking about that.
Just to clarify.
Thanks, Vern.
Now, Vern, you gonna let people know that
My God.
I'm only 29.
Yes.
I mean, but it math.
Now, Transformers, bro, was mind blowing.
Transformers was so dope. I can remember my best Christmas ever. My mom got me the Constructicons.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I built Devastator.
Yeah. Remember that?
Man.
Yeah.
And when the movie came out, and it was Megatron must be stopped at all costs. And the music, I'm getting chills right now.
Man, look.
But it was, I tell you what cartoons anime does for me. Especially now with anime even more than cartoons. Is it gives you...
Now wait, is anime a cartoon though? Or is it categorized as something different?
Not for anime fans, it's not.
Nah, yeah.
Really?
No, it's different.
Yeah, that's
Really?
right.
Anime is different.
It does.
It's different.
It does.
Anime is different. Anime will take you on an emotional roller coaster. Right. Cartoons is this. Antagonist, protagonist.
Okay.
Good versus evil.
Okay.
They fight. The good people win.
Okay.
99% of the time.
Okay.
Animation is background stories, protagonist, antagonist, and a whole lot of in-between stuff.
Yeah.
You will find an anime that the bad guy has a story. The person who you thought was evil, by season 2, you cheering for him.
Wow.
Because they will run deep into everybody has come from something.
Yep.
And you realize that you've been judging them. And it was a setup.
Wow.
You were supposed to judge them, so you feel stupid. Because you've been judging them the whole time, and you didn't even know them. But you've been judging them.
Yeah.
Animation will do that to you.
Yeah.
You be like, man, the whole time I've been cheering against this guy, and he was only trying to do this for his family or for his village or whatever the case was. And they do that to you a lot. They'll break something down.
Yeah.
They'll set you up for a plot twist.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose.
So with that, let me ask you, what's your favorite anime then?
Favorite anime as... I mean, you can't.
I was going to say, because it's a hard question. It's unfair.
It's a hard one. Yeah.
So let me ask you for right now, as of today.
As of today.
As of right now, what anime are you feeling? That it could be something you've seen before.
No. Right now, Jujutsu Kaisen, JJK is no. You know what? I take that back. Solo Leveling is just
okay.
I'm oblivious. Okay, y'all.
Animation is just the next level when it comes to drawing.
Yeah,
and the characters. But JJK, Demon Slayer is fire.
Demon Slayer,
but I would say Naruto Shippuden is probably my favorite as it pertains to the story.
Okay.
Because Itachi Uchiha is my cat.
Right.
Because he has one of those stories that the whole time he's a villain. And you find out he was under orders to be a villain. It made him be a villain. And it was to protect everybody.
That's crazy.
And I love that. I love that.
Yo, so this episode of Get It Together is brought to you by our sponsor, Good Company Apparel. Man, they keep me and Vern fresh with the drip, you feel me? So if you want to get some drip, man, from Good Company Apparel, hit the website www.goodcoapparel.com and don't play around. Follow the Instagram, follow the IG, right? Good Company Apparel. Look, they always got the freshest joints. The quality is crazy. Listen, the logo, good. We keeping good company, right? You take this O in parentheses out, man, God got us covered too. We ain't worry about nothing. We can't vibe with everybody. We keeping good company around us, and you know we keeping good company on us. Yeah.
Story.
So let me ask you this. Anime.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Because of course we know anime in general is more of the other complexion. So when it comes to black anime, like mine would have to definitely be Afro Samurai.
Oh, Afro Samurai.
So who else besides, if you don't have other than Afro Samurai?
I would, you know what? I consider the Boondocks an anime.
Yes, I was going to say, yep.
Really?
Oh, man, because it was drawn Because
Okay.
how the style is.
Okay.
The stories behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Really, the writing is.
So what makes anime is really made up of two things: story and the art,
and the artwork,
artwork.
the style, yes.
The styles.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then Howl's Moving Castle. On
Yeah.
was you into that? Like Studio Ghibli and all them?
Oh, Studio Ghibli is next. That's they old school.
They are, yeah.
Gangsters in the game when it comes to animation.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different companies and different one-offs and different stories and movies and I'm a fan. I was watching something this morning before I came here today.
That's crazy.
Don't let me get my this.
I go back to that moment in my life.
Yeah.
And it never stopped making me happy.
Yeah.
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 So it's like, let me just, like, a lot of times I'll go home, maybe something good to eat,
Yeah.
and pop in an anime.
Come on, man.
And like detox. And like that. And here's the deal too. I'm in schools a lot, like every day almost. And a lot of these kids love anime.
Yes.
And when I can speak
yeah.
intelligently,
Yeah, man.
not just, oh, I like this one. I'm name dropping characters.
They like, hold on.
Right.
Oh, for real? You too?
Right.
Automatically, I'm cool.
You cool.
Oh, yeah.
You in there.
So I can identify
Yeah.
with what they like.
Yeah.
I'm about to start watching anime.
You know what that is? That goes back to your childhood.
Yeah.
It's that peace. It's that ground of neutrality where it's
Yes,
like, you know
sir.
what? You over here, outside of this bubble, you may be over here. I may be over there doing my adulting. You over here doing your childish, foolish things.
Right.
But over here though, man, we
together.
We together.
Absolutely.
We in the same boat.
One thing I learned
That's
working
so
at the
good.
hospital was this. Because in Children's Hospital, they come from all around the country.
Yep.
So I started subjecting myself to different things so I would have something to relate to the kids with.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you're meeting a kid that's been traumatized, it's easier to connect with them if you have something in common.
For sure.
And it's real.
For sure.
So I started listening to country music and found out that I like it.
Man, look.
Oh, country music dope.
This almost gospel.
Man, it's R&B.
It's story driven.
Yeah.
Most of it, right?
Yeah.
They're telling stories. I don't care if it's about my cell phone. It's intriguing,
Right.
the story and how they sing about they freaking cell phone, bruh, that
Oh, yeah.
blacked out on them when they was on a trip to go. You know, it'd be a whole song about it,
Right.
and it'll be so interesting.
Yeah, classical be the same thing with classical. So it started. So not just that, but just different other forms of art, other kinds of different things and this was something that I did myself. Because I want to be able to relate better to some of these young people.
Yeah.
So let me learn more about them and what they like and see if I like it too.
Yeah,
And then we have that common denominator that connects us.
becoming all
It's
things.
one thing to, oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah,
And it's shallow. But say, you know what? I like that too. So when I'm having a conversation, I will find something that we have in common.
Yeah.
And that will be where we start at. And that could be a whole long conversation before we get to anything else. So before we address your trauma,
yeah,
or maybe while you at the hospital.
Yeah.
Because you've been asked all these questions up until now.
yeah,
I don't really care why you're here. All I care about, what do you like to do?
yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So let me
Yeah.
connect with you first. Let me give you something to trust so then you can really let me know what's going on with you. And eventually, I've learned this before too, they'll start telling you.
yeah.
They'll tell you things while I'm sitting there with a kid doing some artwork and they'll just start talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or we have a poetry session and the kids write poetry about things they never even told you. But they'll never recite it. I'm like, whoa. They never even talked about that before. And it's happy because when you're being creative,
That's what comes out.
Yes.
What's in you comes out.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I've seen that many times. Many times.
Man,
And it's so healing for everybody else. Because your testimony.
come on.
Oh, your
Come on, man.
testimony.
Come on, man. Let them know.
You overcome by the word
And yep.
Of the
And
testimony
the
that's
blood, the
used.
blood.
to set somebody else free.
Absolutely.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of man, this so good, man. Speaking of hospitals, right?
Yeah.
You were diagnosed
Yes. Cancer.
with with cancer. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I didn't know about it. But I think one day, man, I was scrolling on Facebook.
Right.
And I seen an image. I seen this picture, and because I hadn't seen you. I think the last time I seen you in person, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it was at Jungle Gyms, maybe.
Probably so. I was getting me some of that food to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We was at Jungle Gym and ran into each other.
Right,
That's the last time I can remember. Now we might have, but I can't recall another time, right? You were healthy, like it wasn't nothing going on at that time.
Right.
The next time I seen you, it was a picture on Facebook, and it was like, Brent Billingsley is dealing with cancer, and he had the size of another head.
Yeah.
On the side of his neck.
Yeah.
And I was, man, you asked my wife, man. I told my wife, bro, I broke down.
Did that.
In tears.
Mm.
And my wife was like, what's wrong? And I was like, man, I can't believe, like, I didn't have the words, bro.
Yeah.
So what happened? When did you find out you had cancer? What was you dealing with? What was you going through? He was like, nah, I need to go get this checked out.
Yeah, last year, back in back before that, the mass on my neck started growing. So I was doing what I've been doing my whole life, seeking treatment, all natural, herbalist, seeing people. I ain't been sick. It's been 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Somebody go say about it. Because I do a lot of all natural stuff. I cleanse, I fast. So I did what I always do.
Yeah.
Go see my people. They'll put me on a regimen. Stuff be gone.
Yeah.
This particular time, it wasn't working. So,
now wait, have you always been dealing with? Did you already know? So you was eating healthy to try to avoid it, or this came up out of nowhere?
It did.
Okay.
It did.
Okay.
So and it started growing. So I'm researching, looking at different things because I'm just like I know that if you put the right things in your body, it's gonna heal itself.
Yeah,
that's the way God created us
for sure.
But this time, because in the past I've had problems.
Okay,
had different things. Okay, fast, up the vitamins, up the enzymes, stuff's gone.
Okay,
quickly.
Okay,
this time it wasn't happening. So it's okay.
So that's what I'm saying. In the past, you had, so you already had some things going, but it wasn't as serious.
No, not even close.
Okay.
Because I would do, from a health perspective, what my herbalist was telling me, and stuff would go away.
Okay.
As far as fasting, eating the right kind of foods. Okay. Taking the right kind of enzymes. The right kind of good stuff. All natural stuff.
Got you. Okay.
All natural.
Okay.
So, but this time, no go. And it kept getting bigger. Okay. So I told myself, I'm going to have to go see the man and probably give me some of this poison that they be putting inside your body for real.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do that after I had 2 meals I did with the Reds.
Okay.
Last year, and I was in Blink for Black Heart Speaks.
Okay.
I was like, after I finished Blink and my meals with the Reds, I'll go and check because I know once I check myself in,
you down for a minute.
They're not going to let me go.
Yeah.
They're going to keep me.
Yeah. So you knew it was serious.
I knew it was serious. Ugh. We finished Blink Friday. The Reds we finished a week before that. 2 meals for the Reds we finished a week before that. The Blink came up. We finished Friday. The Blink celebration was Saturday evening. I was in the hospital Saturday morning getting surgery. So God let me finish the mural. But that morning, I was in the hospital getting surgery. I couldn't breathe. So that morning, they was cutting me open. I had like 3 surgeries in 1 week.
3 surgeries.
1 week.
In 1 week.
I had to get a trach, had to get a feeding tube, they had to put my port in for my chemotherapy. So yeah, so that was but check this out though. They come in the same day because they tested me. You got cancer. I was like, bet, let's get it. Let's go. They're like, this dude must be crazy. And I, right. The doctor was like, we ain't never seen nobody like you. They was like, you genuinely look like you happy. I was like, yeah, because I got purpose in my life. God. I said, so if I got cancer, there's a reason why. If I got cancer, that means that God wants some glory.
That's right.
At my testimony. I ain't worried about dying. Matter of fact, I don't die. I live twice. Hello.
Man.
So,
right. You heard
it. I ain't worried about going nowhere. So if I got it, that means that this journey needs to be told to set somebody else free. That was day one of my diagnosis. That was day one. And since then, the doctors say they never seen nobody heal this fast. God. They've never seen, and they put me through very aggressive chemo. Then they put me through very, very aggressive radiation. I mean, right now, so I haven't tasted food in probably 3 months, which is rough for me because I like to cook. It's been 3 months. It's been 3 months. Can't taste nothing. But I can speak. And it's still raspy. Yeah. But I can breathe.
Come on.
And last year, a machine was breathing for me.
Jesus.
Last year, I was in the bed and couldn't leave. And had tubes hooked up to me. And I had to take a sponge bath in the bed. So when I say that breath is a blessing, breath is a blessing. Because a lot of people don't have that. I didn't have that. And the way that God's healing me in phases and allowing me to tell a story about early detection, about going out there, about when you see something, see somebody, just about your body and gym, especially with us.
Yeah.
Our neighborhoods, as far as being on top of your health game.
Yeah.
And making sure that you're in a good space. Because like anybody else, I'm nonstop. And I'm busy now, but before, I'm busy now. And I'm trying to think of how I even made it back in the day. Because I would be, when I first started my company, I was still working full time. And I can remember going to work, getting off, running the company, leaving there, and then going back to work. And that was for years. For years, Tuesday was the day I knew I had to work 24 hours straight.
Gee.
Once a month, it'd be a 30-something hour day in there. But 16 hours was a regular. And then I'm coaching my son's basketball team. So I'm not missing out on those days either. So I slept in my car a lot. I would literally, because that's the only time you can get somewhere. I didn't have time to go home. Sometimes I would leave work, go to another site, park. I had pillows and blankets in my car.
In the whip.
Because I had to catch that 2-hour nap, that hour nap before rolling to the next thing. And that's when I first started. Because the company was a company, right?
Yeah.
So I had to put that time in.
Absolutely.
And then, though, I slowly worked less at the hospital, pouring into the company, poured into the company more. And then my blessing happened. And I was able to go down to completely part-time at the hospital. So now my company sustains me.
Jesus.
The way God intended.
Right.
So I was at the hospital, but I go there sparingly. I go there sometimes when they need me.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I don't work anymore.
Amen.
I get compensated to walk in purpose.
Amen.
And my days are filled with smiles and laughter and art and blessings.
Man, how were you able to, how were you, I was talking to somebody at the mall who knows you as well, and we was talking about your story, and I was telling them, I've never met somebody, this was Job, bro. You know what I mean? Like going through so much trauma and still thinking about blessing other people.
Yeah.
Like, where do you think that come from, man? Where you like, you know what? It's not about me.
Right.
It's about me, but it's not about me. Right. How do you still maintain a heart? And because, man, I'm gonna tell you, people go through less than that, man.
Yeah.
And they get out of here.
Right.
They I can't take, I can't do it. Right.
Right.
What gives you the ability, man, to say, I still want to show love. I still want to bless other people, even though I'm darn near on my deathbed.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
It's by far is me wanting to please my daddy.
Come on, man.
Me wanting to, because when I give, God's glorified.
Right.
And aside from that, man, it's them chicks that raised me. Them women that beat the brakes off of me.
Yep.
When I was coming up, you got them good whoopings.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Kept me out of jail. I ain't gonna hold you.
I got a lot of them.
Yeah, I ain't. Yeah.
And my Nana says, and you deserve every last one of them.
Man.
Hello, Nana. Love you, Nana.
Shout out to Nana.
Shout out to
keeping him together. Shout out to my mom who whooped me.
Let me tell you something. I got a whooping on the way to Sunday school one time.
Golly.
Who gets a whooping
On the way
to
to praise the Lord.
Right.
Right.
I do.
My mom,
Nana.
the last time my mom whooped me, I think I was probably 14 or 15. No, I was in high school. I was at Woodward, I believe. So I had to be like 15 or 16.
I was 17.
It was like, okay.
It was a teen.
Bro, I was a teen.
17. I was a teenager too.
Bro, I can't. She told me, she gave me specific instructions.
Yeah.
She said, I need you to come straight home from school. Now, this one, Swift and Commons was right across the street, the arcade, the game room, all that. So I get out of school and my homies, man, we going to the game room. Come to the game. I'm like, man, I need to go straight home.
Yeah.
Man, come to the game room. I'm like, okay. You know how you lie to yourself? You like, I'm only going to be 30 minutes.
Nah.
Right.
Bruh, I went to that game room. I'm in there.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to leave. I walk out the game room and the sun was down.
Ooh. It's a wrap.
I get home. My mom waiting on me.
Ooh.
I get downstairs. She starts slashing.
Ooh. Yeah.
Didn't I tell you? And listen. This the thing. At this point, it ain't really hurting me.
Right.
I'm too big for these for real.
Right.
She said, oh, you ain't gonna cry? I'll be right back. Boy, I'm sorry. I don't know what you about to go get.
Right.
But you ain't about to go get it.
Oh,
if you want to see some tears, here you go.
Tears. Here you go. I'll put it on the show for you.
Bro, I busted out crying.
Yeah.
I busted out crying, bro.
That.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, it's the women, man. Like I was even specifically my Betts, who was my grandmother's sister. My Gloria, who's my mother's sister. May they rest in peace. My Lois, may she rest in peace.
Rest in
and
peace.
My Pam, my Janine, my mother. These were, then I had a bunch of older cousins that I call my Aunt Kathy, my Marita, but them first couple were pillars. Especially my Aunt Gloria, my Pam, and my Aunt Bet, and my Nana, Aunt Pam, and Aunt Janine. They're the ones that we spent the most time with.
Yeah.
They're the ones who took us to church. They're the ones who prayed for us. They're the ones who cooked for us. They're the ones who whooped us frequently.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who loved on me. And
that's where that came from.
I've never stopped seeing them give. They do that to this day. And I've always known all of them to be gracious givers, and not because they want something from you.
Yeah.
They're there, food pantries, church drives, giving people places to stay.
So you grew up in it. You grew up around it. That's why it's so important, man.
Yeah.
That's why when we talk about, you know, even good company, right?
Yeah.
Is the people you surround yourself, man.
Yeah.
Man, we lie to ourselves and act like the people around us don't influence us in some way. Like, this is how we learn everything. This is how you learn how to walk, talk. Somebody told you, somebody's say that, say, we're influenced.
Absolutely.
Right.
By people we surround ourselves with, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's so good, man, that you, that you were around it.
Yes.
And that's your influence. Still
am.
And now you're that influence.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now you giving back. Now you going into the schools and you're, man, listen, you came to the mall and surprised me with a hoodie.
Yeah.
And it had it's the dopest hoodie, right? It got my face on there.
Yeah.
It's got paint all over it. It's a good healthcare hoodie. And you said, man, going through what he's going through, we going around and we blessing somebody once a month.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to give.
Yeah.
You know, so what opportunities do you see come from you just being a giver, man? Do you feel like you even told me, you said, I'm this is how I believe God is healing me, is through my giving.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you can't outgive God. And it's a blessing. Jim, and I tell people this all the time. You think that I'm helping you, but I promise you the smile on your face and the genuine appreciation for how God blesses through me.
Yeah.
Blesses the very fiber of my existence.
Yeah.
So when God uses me, that makes me very happy. And people who go on my journey, what I've been doing once a month is painting a portrait.
Yep.
Or doing like a bracelet build, t-shirt build.
Yeah.
So me and my team go somewhere and just love on somebody who has cancer, who had cancer.
Yeah.
And then we just talk.
Yeah.
Because that helps.
Yeah.
When you drain off those emotions. So, and I've been making some beautiful friendships in this journey. Right now, I'm at the YMCA twice a week.
Okay.
In the Live Strong program.
Okay.
And it's free for cancer survivors.
Okay. Okay.
So meeting people there. Liz Bonus at Channel 12 has been covering my story.
Shout out to Liz.
Shout out to Liz.
Thank you.
Yeah. Love you, Liz. And I mean, and this woman, I don't know this woman from Adam.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she just didn't cover my story. She said, if you need something, here's my number. And she texts me on a regular basis and say, how are you doing today?
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to, she can cover the story.
Yeah.
But no,
she's going about her business, but she's concerned.
And then not just that, she will speak faith into my life. She's a woman of a strong conviction. And she speaks that into me. And that is magnificent.
Yeah.
That's
magnificent.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What has been a couple of your favorite paintings, murals that you proud of? Somebody say, we give us your top 3. We gonna go by, we gonna take pictures, we gonna post these for the world to see.
I would say what I did of my son in Hamilton. Hamilton, there's a utility box.
Okay.
And that's going to always be my top one.
Okay. Okay.
Because we did it together. We designed it together.
Okay.
This is back when he was 8. He's 15 now.
Wow. Okay.
So back when he's a little artist too.
Okay.
So when he was 8, he designed this image, and that image got put on the cover of the Fitness Center brochure, which is an art place in Hamilton.
Wow.
I was like, man, I said that's pretty slick that you got on the cover.
Absolutely, yeah.
When he was 8. So a couple years after that, I said, we need to put your image on a landmark somewhere. You know, we need to do a mural with it. So I designed an image of his face.
Okay.
It was a black and white. And his image was the backdrop. And so we submitted it and we won. So in Hamilton, there is a little black kid's face.
Yeah, man.
On a utility box.
Yeah.
With this beautiful, colorful background.
Yeah.
That he designed, and we painted that. So, and this is what happens when I paint. We're out there painting. Here comes a kid.
Yeah. What y'all doing?
What y'all doing?
Right.
Just stop asking me.
Glad you asked.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Right.
Here comes another kid. Then the next thing you bring Takis and everybody show up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
some flaming hots.
Man, I don't know what's in it, but
yeah, Takis is making a kill in the game right now.
man, geez.
So whenever I do something, whenever I paint somewhere, it's always open invites for the community. So that's number one.
Wow.
But number two is what I'm doing right now in Avondale.
Okay. Shout out to A1. A1 from day one.
A1
My
from
hood.
day one.
You feel me? Golf Manor.
This is my biggest project yet.
Okay.
It's 3,000 square feet. And it was designed initially by the people in the community. We had meetings once a month since October. So I'm in the hospital setting up meetings. So I'm in the hospital like, okay, y'all. So we got a meeting. I'll be there. So sometimes I was getting out, going to a meeting, and then going back to the bed for real.
Yeah.
So I was delegating, making stuff happen. We had community people voice what they wanted. They drew pictures. They wrote down slogans and logos. We took that information, gave it to Sherman Parnell, who was our graphic person. And it was his job was to come up with the narrative.
Yeah.
So the people in Avondale designed this mural. And now the people in Avondale are painting this mural.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is a
community thing.
It's a community-based project. And not just that, we're being very, very deliberate and intentional because this is a 2-year project.
Oh, wow.
This ain't just about the paint. I tell people this all the time. I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love spilling paint. But when I spill paint, when I say spill paint, what I mean is we engage and we can color too. So because Urban League blessed me with this wall from the beginning, the intention was after the paint is dry, then what? Because there's a whole bunch of neighborhoods here that's been made beautiful. A whole bunch of them. And I love it. And I've got a couple of them myself.
Yeah.
But because this one was my project
Yeah.
in the beginning, I said, no, the painting is just the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the paint is dry, we have peer-to-peer mentorships going down.
Okay.
We got movie nights. We got picnic nights. We have engagement set up, plant therapy for the next 2 years so the kids can keep on coming back. Keep on. I tell my people, it's not rocket science. Show up, be present, have presence, and you'll change the outcome.
Man.
So from the beginning, this was the plan.
God, bro, that's so good, man. That's so good, man. You're doing super amazing things in the community, man.
Yeah.
You know, man, I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a couple crazy questions for you. We gonna have a little fun.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I love Oreo cookies. What's the next question?
We got this would you rather, you know what I'm saying, segment. Okay.
Let's do it.
So we gonna shift gears.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Would you rather go door to door for 12 hours, walk in people's houses unannounced and scream, "This is my house, y'all got to get out"?
Oh, Jesus.
Every door you go to and it's open, you just walk in, "This is my house, y'all got to get out."
Oh, mercy.
Okay? Or walk in a random church and shake everybody's hand while saying, "I'm the only one saved in this building. Hell awaits you," and walk off and shake the next person's hand until you shake everybody's hand in the church. Which one you rather do? You got to do one or the other.
So for safety precautions.
Yeah. You got to go in unannounced.
I'm going to walk in the church.
You going to walk in the church and shake everybody's hand?
Because I ain't going to get shot.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm walking in somebody's house.
Oh, Lord.
And I mean, I'm going to be a political affiliation or whatever. Church, I'm safe there.
Imagine walking in
They
a
gonna
church.
say I'm crazy.
They gonna say you crazy, but you will live.
I'm going to live.
Would that be crazy, bro? You go in somebody's church and you go up to everybody, shake their head and say, "I'm the only one saved in this building. Hell awaits you," and walk off to the next. But bro, they'd be like, "What is he on?"
But see, here's the thing: you're only going to get 2 of those off. You might be lucky to get 5.
You might be lucky
because
security.
Not even security. These people got enough sense to be like, you see that over there? Yo, this person's going around
Get him out of here.
under people.
Right.
They're gonna avoid you like the plague. So you're gonna get you lucky to get 5 off. So yes.
All right.
That's crazy.
Go pray for that dude. He needs some
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
He got a demon.
Put him in the back room.
He got a
You
demon.
walk to somebody's house and they're gonna be cleaning their gun.
Oh
This is
Lord.
my house. Y'all got to get out.
This is your what?
No, you gotta be like, do I gotta do I gotta say it?
Yeah, you out of here.
I gotta
You out of here.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to church
Okay.
because I'm gonna get some forgiveness with that one.
Yeah.
Two wishes.
Go ahead.
2 wishes. You can't wish for more wishes. That's the only catch.
2 wishes.
2 wishes.
2 wishes. You know, I've talked about this before with my kids, and I say, man, I would love, and you know what? This shouldn't even be a wish.
Yeah. And it's hypothetical, but we
Bible talks about that Peter and John then was so walking in the spirit
Yeah.
that people will walk through their shadows.
Yeah.
And
Getting healed. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So if I had a wish,
Okay.
it would be for God to use me for that kind of healing to just manifest that in people's lives, and not just physically. I don't mean arms growing back.
Come on.
I mean mentally.
Mentally.
Oh man.
Okay.
Working in psychiatry will change your life. It will change how you see people. It will have you learn how to lower expectations. You know, the people are not well. People are not well, and that's okay.
It'll show you where your grace level at.
Yes. You'll pick up more because you'll realize, wow, I didn't realize that people were this sick. Man, they are. So one wish would be
One wish. Okay.
to be to heal. Another wish. Oh man, that's a good question for one more wish. I would some kind of way would end hunger. Wish that,
That's good.
because man, people are hungry.
That stuff hurts, bro.
Man, it's painful.
It hurts, man.
And this is what I see because I go to schools a lot, and the only time they eat
Is that school?
is that free lunch and that free snack. And you can't study arithmetic when you're hungry. There's a lot of things you can't do
Yeah.
when your stomach
Yeah.
not have food in it.
Yeah. As a grown man, we get irritated. We can't think straight as adults sometimes when we mad, we irritable.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can imagine.
Sometimes when you provide somebody's basic need, that's why Jesus. Yeah. When you can go somewhere and provide the basic need, that's when they'll listen to you.
For sure.
So you provide that need.
Yep.
Then they say, why are you doing this? Because of it ain't me, it's the God that sent me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listening.
Man.
I feel like that's when people start watching your walk.
When you
And
care
you
about
know
them.
what? Whoever you serving.
Yeah. Yeah. When you can really show concern about, that's why Jesus said, sit down, let's eat.
Yeah.
I want to, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to come bash all over the head.
Right.
Let's sit down. Let's eat. You know, I want to let y'all know I'm human too, right? And human, right? That I need to eat like y'all need to eat. This is what we got in common, you know, and they seen that he cared, you know what I'm saying? Before he checked them on how to live right.
Yeah.
Per se. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Man, I think, come on, V, one wish, bro. If you had one wish, just one.
If I had just one, man, I would just say, if I just had one wish, I would wish that for just a day, for just 24 hours,
Okay.
that people can see themselves the way that God sees them. But in two folds though. The way that God intends to see them,
Right.
but then the way that God really sees them in their sin.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Check that out. That's heavy.
Oh my God.
So almost at the same time, it'll make a person be like, I could be better.
I could be better.
Get it together.
But also,
Right.
I'm loved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can
Exactly.
be better, but I'm also loved right where I'm at simultaneously.
For 24 hours.
Well, I think it'll show you that forgiveness that God gives you in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that, man, grace and forgiveness and forgiveness, mercy, grace, they're all different,
Yeah.
but they all are happening simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the same end result
Absolutely.
of wanting you
I
to.
think knowing, truly accepting you've been forgiven of all your sin.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then to turn away. And I think that forgiveness, there's a twofold to that. You have to turn from that.
Yeah.
You go in another direction, but to really grasp it allows you to forgive other people.
Come on.
And it allows sin will hold you hostage. Sin will have you think you're not worthy to speak because of things that you've done before. Sin will have you captive over your past. And that's why God forgives all sin.
Yeah.
Because there's no need you feel like you're not worthy because ain't nobody worthy.
Ain't nobody worthy for real.
Ain't nobody worthy. God makes you worthy. And that and what God do? Set the captives free.
Yeah.
So don't let sin, man, hold you shackled when God wants you to be free.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Man, if I had one wish, you know what I was just thinking about, bro?
What's that?
Is if I could be back in the Bible times, like and within a week,
right?
See Jesus's beginning and end and be with him just as a shadow. Like you don't see me, but I'm just watching all of this stuff. Right. I'm watching Peter cut off the ear. Like I'm with them the whole time. I'm able to see all the disciples all at the same. I'm almost like God, but not him. You get what I'm able to see everything that's happening. I'm able to see the Hebrew boys. Wow, this is happening over here. While Jonah is in the, you know what I mean? Like I'm able to be with all of these people and see all this stuff.
You're gonna be a witness.
A witness to the whole Gospels, bro.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
I thought about that too, as far as I said, man, I wonder, because me personally, I said, I want to go back when Jesus was 29.
Yeah, you're right. Few years, right before.
I want to see him when he was, somebody give me that hammer. And when he turned 30, I can imagine somebody saying, hey, when that table going to visit, I ain't seen Jesus in about 3 months.
Yeah.
He fired. Jesus is gone. Jesus left 3 months ago. He ain't coming back.
Yeah, he out of here.
Yeah, he ain't coming back. So that table's a wrap on that table.
Yeah, you can forget about it.
You might as well get one of his brothers to fix it for you.
Right.
Dang, that would be crazy.
But yeah,
man, listen, bro.
Because those everyday things.
Yeah,
you got. It's some real stuff that was happening. There's some real things that was going down back in the indicative of things that are happening now.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see,
man, all them events,
those struggles, and those different, when you juxtapose how things happen back in those days, and then how the Bible is literal with a lot of things.
Yeah.
As far as something as simple as why people take off their shoes and wash their feet.
Yeah.
Because you walking on the street with all the donkeys. Because there wasn't no paved roads. There was, you walked on the same, and they poop while they walk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the streets is
nasty.
Paid for poop.
Nasty.
Right. So you're supposed to come inside and wash your feet before you walk in somebody's house.
For sure.
Because then that's a sign of, when Jesus said, no, that's humbling yourself.
Yeah.
That's, even now you're talking about washing feces.
Yeah.
People's feet, not just dirt.
Oh, man.
You're talking about washing dung and nasty stuff. How humbling is that? But that's what Jesus did. Dig that.
Man, where can people find you, man? What's your social media?
I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. I'm everywhere like air.
Right, just Google it.
I'm everywhere.
To be. Mysta. So my company, Cincyart.org. So Cincy, INCYARTE.
Okay.
Cincyart.org. And then my personal is Mysta Bee. Mysta, MYSTA.
Okay.
BE. Social media. Facebook is Brent Billingsley.
Okay.
BRENT.
Yeah.
BILLINGSLEY. Instagram is Mysta Bee.
Okay.
TikTok is Mysta Bee.
Yeah.
So you go, and then, you can, if you want to come holler at me, I'm in Avondale like every day right now.
AA1.
I'm in Avondale. Go to Avondale and see where some kids is at. I'm somewhere close.
Somewhere close.
Right. Somewhere close.
Man.
That's how some people say. A friend of mine told me this a couple years ago. She was like, you need to go on vacation because you're doing too much. I said, I'll go eventually. She was like, no, She was like, wherever you go, make sure ain't no kids.
That vacation.
Right. She said, because if you go anywhere,
where some kids at,
you're gonna be
helping them.
You're gonna be doing something.
Yep.
You're gonna whip out some books.
Yep.
Some drawing stuff.
Yep.
She said, so go somewhere where ain't no kids.
All adults.
I can't. This is what God called me to do.
Yeah.
This is what I do, and I love doing it.
Right.
People need to understand, and I'm country.
Yeah.
It don't take much for me to be happy.
Yeah.
Being around youth and pointing to their lives gives me joy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to go on a vacation and detox.
Yeah.
I don't need to go get away from the stress. I ain't got no stress with what I do.
Yeah.
For real.
Yes. Yes.
People need to go on vacation. Not talking about everybody, but people have to go and relax.
Yeah.
Get away from their jobs that they don't like.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I love what God's got me doing.
Man, give us, we gon', you know what I'm saying? Before we exit, I always want to, cause you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We are entrepreneurs. Me and Vern, entrepreneurs.
Real talk.
We know how challenging this entrepreneurship road is. Man, give somebody who's trying to, who's thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or entrepreneurs who already doing it. You know what I mean? Like, what's something that you can give to encourage them?
Yeah.
Some game, some wisdom on entrepreneurship, man, in this business world.
I would say that you have to push further than what you think you can. And it has to be worth it. Know your why. Know your why.
Know your why.
I do this speech for my kids. I go to spot and I ask them, answer these questions. The first question is, who am I? The second one is, where have I been? The third one is, what are my gifts? The fourth one is, why am I here?
Yeah.
Where am I going? What do I need?
Yeah.
And what am I going to leave behind?
Oof.
And all those questions are weighted. So I say each question can take you a year to answer.
Yeah.
But once you start figuring some of those out, figure out, who am I? Where have I been? What are my gifts? It's a heavy one.
It is.
Because
it is.
Once you know,
you're not asked that every day.
Right. So these are some things that, as an entrepreneur, maybe you have to know, who are you?
Yes, sir.
And where have you been? If your gifts aren't tied to your business, then you're gonna struggle more.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, if you can't sing, stop trying out for American Idol.
That's it.
Man, look.
That's it.
You don't do it.
Ooh. Don't do it. I'm not trying out. That's all I'm saying.
Stop listening to your boogie now.
Yeah.
About some,
yes, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went, you know about this for yourself. I started my company and I went 5 years before I paid myself.
Me too.
5 years.
Yep.
Of grinding.
Yes, sir.
5 years.
Investing.
Of lack.
Yes.
5 years of having to work double shifts.
Yes, sir.
This job to pay for this one. 5 years of investing my money.
Right back into the business.
Right back into the business.
You got to.
Everything got reinvested.
Yep.
Everybody got paid but me.
Yep.
So it ain't gonna happen. A lot of you guys, a lot of you youth especially, because the social media has done this to us.
Yeah.
Instantaneous gratification.
Talk to them.
And that's not how this works.
Yeah.
It could take a while.
It could take a while.
It could take some struggles. But I promise you this. If it's God-driven.
Yes, sir.
And it's purpose-bound, it's worth it. Don't quit. Don't give up. Have perseverance. Have tenacity. Have grit. Have fortitude. It's worth it.
You heard him.
Yep.
Right here on Get It Together. Man, well, that's my time.
Yes,
we was here with Mysta Bee. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you so much, bro, for coming out, man, and joining me and my brother from another mother who I love with all my heart.
Let's go.
Man, that's our time, man. We love y'all.
Yeah.
We need y'all to get it together so that we can get it together.
Oh,
let's go.
Peace.
Also, too.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
His bag.
Oh. Thank you. Hold on. We taking that back.
Rewind.
It ain't over. It ain't over.
Right.
Man, thank you, Vern. This why you need people.
Right.
You feel me?
Real
Right.
talk. Real talk.
man, we wanted to bless you, man.
Okay.
From our sponsor, Good Company Apparel. You know how we get down, man. Take that out. Show because we in June.
Yep.
Freedom is a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's go.
Freedom is a good thing, bro.
Now you know what I'm gonna do this right.
I know what you're gonna do to it. I can't wait to see when you spill the paint on that bad boy.
I want y'all on
we got you a card in here, man. You know
on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add this on.
We know what we wearing
at my celebration.
We know we wear.
Hey.
Listen, these will be on pre-order this Monday or order this Monday on our website, goodcoapparel.com. Get you a Juneteenth shirt, get you a good freedom shirt, man. We free forever.
Let's go.
Right? When we in God. You know what I'm saying? So, man, hit the website and go ahead and grab you a shirt, man. Man, thank you so much, bro.
Love you.
I love you, man.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Get it together. Peace.
How was your boy?